Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? So for today's video, I want to do something because I see a lot in my comments saying how my skin always looks so clear. And I want you guys to know, in by no way, shape, or form is my skin anywhere close to perfect. But I do have a way of making it look clear. So I figured I might as well show you guys what I do for my techniques and the products I use to make my skin look the most clear. Because like right now I had a problem with the e.l.f. concealer. I have heard from, Tati Westbrook had talked about how it gave her a couple breakouts, and it did do the same thing to me. You can see like right here underneath my eyes, I have a couple little blemishes, and it's actually a little bit poofy, but it's expected right now for me anyway. So I do have, acne scarring right in here. I have a couple pimples over here. It's hard to see. I don't know why. I guess because my lights, it's hard to see. I have some over here. I have a lot on my nose right now. I have a lot of dry patches from pimples, from them healing and everything. So actually my skin looks very clear right now, even just talking to you guys. And the only thing I have done is my eyebrows and a tiny bit of concealer around my eyebrows, so I don't have to mess with that area. But maybe I'll get closer so I can show you this. See if you can see it. There you go. Like that's from the e.l.f. concealer. I have all this in here. I have a lot of veins on my eyelids that are very dark. I have big bags, and I have, wrinkles and lines over here. And like my smile lines are getting bigger as I'm getting older. And my chin is like the worst. You can see that's actually a scar right here and right there. But in order to make my skin look clear, what I normally do now, and it's been a newer thing for me, so it's not like I've been doing it for a very long time, maybe about 3 months or so. And I try not to put it on camera only because I don't want to make my videos extra long. Like I'm trying to cut down on my video time because nobody wants to sit here for a half hour to see it. I mean, unless you're trying to do exactly what I did. So anyway, I'm going to get right into the video. The first thing I'll do is I'll take a concealer like this one here. Now this is the L'Oreal Paris True Match, and it's in a darker color. It's in light medium, but light medium in this is more like a medium, like a true medium. I'll actually put it on my hand so you can see. Well, I mean, you can see how dark it is there. So this is more around my skin tone. So what I'll do is I'll take this concealer and I'll put it around on my face in different areas. And I'm kind of going to use a lot of it because I need a lot to even out my face. Especially because I have redness right in here right now, which is harder to see on camera. But it is there. So I'll take this and I'll put it all around wherever I need it. Kind of give me a little bit of a whole face coat. And once I get in all the areas I want to put it to give me a little extra coverage, I'll just blend it out and then put a little coating of powder over it. Also, what I tend to do with this, since it's not a drying or mattifying concealer, is I'll put it in my lines like this, my smile line area, and it'll help to make them not look as dominant as they did before. I also do it around my mouth because I have a little bit of scarring like right in here from little blackheads. Alright, so basically it looks like I coated my face in concealer, but since it's a thin and not mattifying concealer, it doesn't really make a difference. And lately I'm also not using primer, so that's been a big help with my skin actually. So this just helps, like, instead of spot concealing after the foundation and having to worry about toning out your skin and everything. So doing this step here just helps tone my face and make it all one color. It takes away all my redness. I guess maybe it's the tone of that concealer. Like I said, it's light medium, and the numbers for it are W4-5, and it's the L'Oreal True Match. I think it's like $7 maybe. But that's how I get my skin to look all even before I put on my foundation. And it helps me to not have to conceal as much in the end, so that way my face stays all toned out. Then I'll just take a thin light powder like this Maybelline Fit Me, and I actually have a hard pan spot on it because I use my sponge in there, which looks horrible, but there's nothing I can do about that at this point. And I'll take a big fluffy brush, like this one here, and I'll just rub it around on there and tap it onto my skin. And I've actually left the house after just doing this with my base as, you know, like a no makeup kind of look. But, and a lot of people swear by not using any liquids after powders, but in this case it doesn't really affect my foundation. I have no problem with like peeling or the foundation like sticking to just certain spots or anything like that. I feel like it actually grips the foundation better for me. So yeah, I mean, that's all I do. It's just not like a thick coating of powder. It's just a little bit of powder. And I use the Maybelline Fit Me, like I said, because this is just the best powder for me. So this is the Set and Smooth, and it's for normal to dry skin, and it's in the shade Buff Beige. So that's how I tone my face to make my skin look all even and clear. So that way when I put on my foundation, it looks better. So I'm going to put on my foundation real quick and my concealer, and I'll come back and talk about that. Alright, and now I'm back with my full face done, and I mean, I didn't go overboard putting products on, and I just did something quick and easy for my eyes. But if you look at my face, you can see how even the tone looks, even with bronzer and blush and everything else. Like, my skin's totally toned out. It's all around the same tone, and I think it looks so much better than when I don't put that extra step into my makeup. So, I mean, if my skin's clear, I don't have to do all that. I mean, it is extra. It does take a little extra time for me to put that step in, but, I mean, if I have a lot of blemishes, it does make my face look all one tone. If I have extra redness, like right in here, like I get, it does clear that away. The redness around my nose. I also get separation around my nose, like in the crease right there. And if I do this step and I make sure I get powder there before I put the foundation on, it does make it cling better to that area. So instead of using primer, that is my new go-to way to make my makeup stay and to make my skin look more flawless. So I'm going to get a little closer just to show you so you can understand what I mean. So, I mean, you can see I do have like texture and some lines underneath my eyes and everything, but like the pimple I have right there, I mean, you can still see it a tiny bit, but it's nowhere close to what it was. And my big bag, you can see a little bit, but that's because I didn't take my concealer all the way in that area, which I should have done, but I was just trying to make this a quicker video for you guys. So, yeah. I mean, I hope you can see what I mean. And for foundation, I did use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation here. And this is in the shade Classic Beige, but I did mix a little bit of soft beige into it. So that way it's not as deep because it was way too dark for me. For concealer, I used the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes. I had a bunch of samples, so I put it in a little container and made it like a little pod. Even though it looks horrible, but it works great. So I use this, and then I put the e.l.f. concealer over top. So I'm hoping that causes like that extra barrier for me, so that way I don't get them little pimples right in here. And yeah, I mean, that's it. And I used all my regular everyday bronzer, the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer, and my Tarte blush. So anyway, so that's it for my video today. I hope this helps somebody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't, I hope I described everything well for you. And if you guys try this out, let me know. Let me know how it works for you. And if you have any problems with it, you know, I can talk you through it, whatever. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. Bye, guys.